The temperatures going up significantly today. Combine that with several fires breaking out in other parts of the state over the weekend, and many people start thinking about the risk of wildfire.
Yeah, 10 News anchor Mary McKenzie toured SDG&E headquarters and asked them if this heat could prompt any preemptive power shutoffs here in San Diego.
SDG&E says they do not anticipate having to shut off power in the coming days. Temperature just one of many factors they consider here at headquarters in anticipation of that traditional fire season. They track the risk with all sorts of tools and models days in advance, trying to avoid those power shutoffs and avoid wildfires.
We're using satellite to track the greenness of the grass. And right now what we're seeing is, especially in the lower elevations, that grass is starting to dry out. And so it's becoming more receptive to ignition.
Inside SDG&E's Nerve Center, they watch all kinds of conditions, monitor various screens showing wind direction and speed, humidity, ground conditions. They have weather cameras also set up all throughout the county that show them real-time conditions and resources ready at a moment's notice, including the air crane water-dropping helicopter now docked here in San Diego year-round. They've invested more than $1 billion into infrastructure to help predict, manage, and try to prevent the inevitable.
We run weather forecast models here in-house every day, and that tells us the when, where, and how strong the winds are going to be, how hot, how dry. Then we have the fire potential index and the Santa Ana wildfire threat index, which tells us how great the fire risk is. And then we do these 10 million virtual wildfire simulations every night to tell us where on the landscape the fire risk is the highest.
Back to those power shutoffs, they really see them as a last resort. They generally do know ahead of time that it's a possibility. They start to notify the public as soon as possible, setting up resource centers as well in some of the affected areas. Now, one thing you can do at home is register on SDG&E's website under the My Account section. Make sure your contact information is up to date so that if you are affected, you know as far in advance as possible. In Kearny Mesa, Mary McKenzie, 10 News.